Because chances are, if one of us were going to have to do that,
Johnny's
there
here.
would be half an episode.
And welcome to
years.
Punch Drunk Sports. You know who we are. You know what we're here to do. We are winners. This is Punch Drunk Sports, where winners win. Wow, we got a packed house. We got
Maybe
champions, celebrities. I mean, you name it. It's big. It's big. We have this is a show full of mommies, about mommies.
Yeah, congratulations to the Fight Nanny, who's now the Fight Mommy.
Fight Mommy.
10/22, Sunday evening. She went into labor as predicted during a UFC fight night.
Makes sense.
Right during the fight Saturday, she naturally what else would the Fight Nanny do? Go into labor during a UFC event.
And so she had a beautiful baby girl, Max Danis.
Yep.
Max. So
cute little Maxie.
Do we see her again on the show?
I was going to say, and by the way, let's introduce our guest before we get into Tait Fletcher as always, and my beautiful mother.
Yes,
Peg
Webster.
Our beautiful mom is here. It really is my mom, so callers be kind. Should we, and you can chime in because you're a mother.
That's got to be a disclaimer. Oh. And it really is my mom, and we're not doing a bit with somebody we hired.
Well, you know us.
Be cool.
It's not Jeff Danis doing an impression of my mother. But should we, because look, she had a baby. She went into labor Saturday.
Yes.
Sunday had the baby.
Yeah.
And you're a mom, so you know how to chime in. Should we kick her off the show for not being here today? She had a baby 2 days ago,
2 days ago. Let's say we take it to a vote.
Let's start with Aaron. I know he hates children.
Aaron, should the Fight Nanny be kicked off the show because she's lazy?
I have serious questions about her commitment.
Okay, so I'm going to go with that's a yes.
Okay, that's one vote for get rid of her.
Johnny
says keep her. Why?
1 more week. You get
Okay.
They'll give her another chance.
Johnny saying.
But Johnny, you know, if she goes, you come to the big table.
That's why I have to look impartial.
Nobody. You don't have to sit at the kids' table anymore.
I know, but that's why I'm looking impartial.
Yeah, I don't think he
even though you're not officially on the show, you are a part of the
regular
Your
sponsor
thoughts.
of the show. He's a sponsor of the show. He's and a regular guest.
He's got a lot of tattoos,
on
so he knows a lot of
she's able
stuff.
to come back on.
Should we fire her?
Yeah.
I get if she had the baby this morning. It's I might not be able to make it.
She makes tens of dollars off the show every year. Why isn't she here?
Tens.
You're not forced to legally. And I think that right now, while you still have some rights in this matriarchy that's overrunning us, that you should probably stand up for yourself, and you'd be a hero for doing so.
Yeah. So you're saying she should stay or go?
She's got to go.
Gotta go.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So that's one thin ice. Two
And
gotta
also,
goes.
if she's already can't be here today, what's she going to be if the baby needs something in a little bit or something like? And then you're going to have a rattle in there? Oh, do you have a baby on?
You can't afford a rattle without these tens of dollars.
Do they get tens of dollars too? The baby, like the fuck?
Change my vote. Change when you got me.
Oh wow! Now we got 3 gotta goes.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
I'm going to say the reason I want to keep her because eventually Jeff Danis is going to leave her, and she will be very desperate.
Okay,
and we will be able to sex traffic her. So I'm going to keep her.
That's
on
a weird,
the show.
weird reason to keep her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say keep her.
Okay.
Just because I think she brings more to this table than Johnny. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting when Johnny gets here. She's a little bit of the eye candy.
it doesn't make her innocent.
Does she?
She needs a good talking to.
As a mother,
She definitely needs a good talking to. So, Mom, you're the deciding vote.
As a mother, how long
Which I
does
wanna
she keep
say right
mommy
now-
tits? Hold on. How long does she keep mommy tits? Like when you get those mom fun bags, how long do they stay?
I don't know. Couple months.
Couple months. So she's got at least a trial period.
How long are we into the show?
Oh shit.
4 minutes into the show, and Sam's already making it creepy with my mom. I want to give it.
I
thought it would only be 1 minute.
Creepy.
I thought it would be 1 minute.
I'm impressed that you guys let a woman vote.
Creepy.
Now, wait a
Tait
minute.
Fletcher from the back.
Do I get to vote?
Yeah, you get a vote.
Well, as a liberal, I think she should get a year off.
Okay. Wow. We just got to vote for paid leave. So we just got to hand her tens of dollars and we see her in a year?
Well,
Exactly.
we'll give her one more chance. But
Fucking
congratulations,
socialists.
congratulations,
Dennis
Candace
is out
and
drinking
Jeff.
up your tens of dollars, probably.
Yeah, probably using it to buy Xbox games,
They can't-
used ones,
They
but
can't- they can't afford an Xbox.
maybe
game
some
on what we
Atari
pay them.
games.
But a rattle, you can put a rattle on layaway with what we pay him.
Yeah.
That's a free rattle in 6 months.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. She's disrespectful.
They can go visit it, and
I think the Fight Nanny should have a show called The Fight Nanny.
Yeah, and
Or
what,
Fight
Fight
Mammy.
Mommy.
and
Fight
what's she
Mommy.
talking
Whatever.
about? People want to hear what MMA and motherhood?
I mean, there's probably not.
Okay. MMA, mothers, mixed martial arts.
Now we're talking.
That
If
would
you're talking about
be-
pregnant
I'd
ladies
let
in
you
the
throw another
octagon.
Yeah, and they all get shit-faced and didn't just talk about fighters like they're
No,
like,
I was saying mothers MMA.
Okay.
Mothers mixed martial arts, and it's pregnant women in the octagon fighting. We could start our own league.
I could watch that.
You know what's nice? I like about that? Second generation of that very sport, the evolution.
Fights.
The children.
They fight.
That have been beaten up in the womb, already brain damage coming out of the gate.
And then they fight 8 months later.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It might be a little soon.
The playground
Let's get
and
them on
pound.
some steroids
Yeah.
and weight training before we throw them
Someone
in there.
That's why we work back in the playground and pound.
Can we call Fight Nanny and ask her where the fuck she is right now and why she isn't here?
I'd like to
talking
hear- just to hear her
women's
voice.
Call her hospital
basketball
room.
with
Let-
us. This
let-
is a big day for women's basketball.
What's
Let's
happened?
call her hospital room.
Yeah, call the hospital. room.
Call the hospital and demand satisfaction.
Someone's got to know a
There's
Filipino
no way
that's
she's
watching
in a
her right
hospital
now.
There's-
You'd have to have such good insurance to be 3 days after. They kick you out that day. Like, take your baby and go.
I think she gets no. I think she told me today.
she's rich.
My
Rich.
mom
She got
shot
stuff.
it out.
She got hidden money then.
No, I think she's squatting at the hospital.
When my mom had me, she shot me out, grabbed me, and carried me out like a backpack.
My mom was on a
And
box.
he says
Say
out,
that.
out of the cave in Armenia, over her back, and then set him at the foot of the mountain. And when he survived the next day, she came
Racism.
back and said, you know what? You get to live. You're one of the strong ones.
Armenians are a lot like Spartans.
That's
okay,
what I'm saying.
we kill off our weak. We only keep the strong.
Candace said she gets back Wednesday. Now, my mom, you gave birth to me, true or false? You were on a podcast 45 minutes later.
They didn't have podcasts.
But you know,
It was
whatever
a Walter Cronkite interview,
Yeah.
whatever.
It was a radio show. You went right back to your radio
She
show.
was on
like
public
a woman.
access. Public access, giving birth. Jason's first
Garrison
TV
Keillor.
credit was
Yep.
birth.
I came out with zingers.
Yeah, I
I was
love
like,
it.
it stinks up in this bitch.
Jason, how long you known your mom?
What, 14 years, 15 years? What are we getting? We met at a bar fight. We met at a bar fight.
Jason, where are you gonna be?
Why don't you do yours first, and then I'll
Okay.
do mine, and then we'll see what Tate's got going on. I'm sure you're about to
Hi.
die in a movie soon.
Tate,
No
do you have
idea.
any
I
dates?
wish I had thought this out more.
Are you getting any like appearances where people could learn like racism and stuff like that?
Obviously,
Anything like
Caveman
that?
Coffee's got a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we you just find us at Caveman Coffee. We got 10% off Punch Drunk listeners right now.
Use the code
And,
Punch Drunk.
Listen, dude, I'm gonna tell you something
Tell
that
me.
I was gonna tell on tinfoil hat, but because you're here, I want to tell you.
Fuck.
I sent those
Got a
black
present in
people
your
into
car.
Starbucks to get arrested and give Starbucks a fucking bad name to help out Caveman Coffee.
What if two black guys
man,
walked into
but-
Caveman Coffee waiting for their white friend? How would you handle that?
You're welcome to loiter all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, loiter. They weren't even loitering. They were
You
just waiting
really
for their
know how to
friend.
make up for that fucking 300 years of oppression by letting them hang out in your coffee shop.
Thanks.
And that's
You should open up a Caveman Coffee shop right next to that Starbucks.
Yeah, that'd
It's
be
weird
great.
that
And put a
stuff
big sign that
happens.
says, "Black people welcome."
If you did you watch the best movie ever, Black Panther?
It was the best movie I've
Did
ever
you?
seen. Hey, dude, can you do a
It was the
Black
first
Panther
time, It was
blend?
the first time that I watched a movie as maybe black people watch movies all the time.
Yeah.
Which is, I
Screaming
don't
at the
see any
screen?
people that look at me, that look like me until the bad guys are introduced. And then there's like 3 of them, and there's no, and it's like, and I thought, fuck, this is a weird thing. Like, you just don't know what you don't know. But it's really one of the only things, and you've never seen a mainstream movie like that before, where they're the voiceless, where you really saw how voiceless people are. It's a trip, man. And then the way that changes. When I'm a little kid, I watch Roots, and it's a horrific. I don't know. You've maybe not seen it, but it's
I've seen it. It's one of my
fucking-
favorite comedies.
It's fucking horrible. And you see what can happen and what other people can do. And if you got black skin and you look at that and you go, that's the thing that's available to me, and then that's part of my heritage. And then that saddles you, that paints you, that colors you, and you carry that weight for the rest of your life a little bit about what that is, of your history. And you look at a movie like Black Panther if you're a little kid and you go, fuck, I can be a king. There can be these different empowering aspects that we give people that really imprint, I think, on who we are. And I think it's a strange commentary in the world just that fictional comic book can show us so much.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the movie wasn't good, but it definitely resonated.
It was fucking great.
You should have a sign at Caveman Coffee. Open one up, and just have, or your new slogan should be Caveman Coffee.
Hot black chicks, though.
Caveman Coffee. We like our coffee like we like our customers. Black.
Yeah. Can we get a Caveman Coffee Black Panther blend?
That's a movement right there.
We meaning whom?
Meaning World Star Hip Hop. We do. Guys, the big show, June 1st, I will be at the Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco doing the Live Nation presents the Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night. Eddie Bravo, myself, Trey's Mala, and my homeboy Ryan Davis. We're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be doing some man on the street stuff with the people waiting in line. We're going to do. We're doing stand up. Then we're doing a Q&A at the end, and then whoever brings the most people to the show gets a private podcast in the back with myself, Eddie Bravo, Trez, Ryan, and you get to smoke weed with Eddie Bravo. So San Francisco, that's June 1st. June 2nd, we are at the Sacramento Punchline. If we sell out Cobb's, Live Nation's going to put us on tour. So please come out. We need 200 people to bring one friend. We can do this. Holla at your boy. So come on now. Help us out. Go to cobbscomedyclub.com and buy some tickets. Bring some friends. Let's get weird.
One more announcement. Everybody else in San Francisco that doesn't go to that podcast and we didn't get to go back and smoke weed with Eddie Bravo, everybody else in San Francisco will also get to smoke weed with Eddie Bravo. My date's out the gates. My mom's going to read. Mom, this will be good.
Okie dokie.
Oh, look at you. You're adorable.
He's Jayson, who is awesome, by the way.
Thank you, Mom.
He is.
He's at Fucky's Fart House all of Moontober.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Where else am I going to be, Mom?
He's also going to be at Knock Knock Who's There, a Black Guy, which is a black club in Atlanta on the 23rd to the 50th of Gloom.
Yep.
And as always, don't forget to listen to 92.7 The Pod on iTunes or Spotify.
Thanks, Mom. Great job.
Or you may get caught by the tickler.
Yep. You might get tickled to death.
Snap. Sounds interesting.
Don't get
Why don't
tickled
you
to
put
death.
your podcast on Google Play as well?
I didn't think about that.
Google Play.
Will do.
So let's get into it. The celebration of life was great, but let's talk about what was really important. Fuck people having babies. Let's talk about Notre Dame women's basketball bringing home the freaking championship. And you've been a fan forever.
Yes, sir.
Season ticket holder, correct? Season ticket holder.
Season ticket holders, yeah. Row 8.
What
Awesome.
was that like for you? Did you go to the final game?
No, well, no.
That was in-
far away.
Where was it at? New
I don't know,
Orleans or
but
something.
we're
Others in New Orleans, maybe?
My best friend Roy is already looking into season tickets for the NCAA
Ohio.
next year.
The defend the championship.
Well, we only lost 2 seniors, so next year, and all those ACL injuries, they red-shirted them, so they'll all be back next year.
Yeah, 2 of your best players were hurt all year, right?
They had 4 ACLs
Now we got this
out.
chick. And by the way, female basketball players are getting hot. They're getting
she's
hot.
supposed to be awesome.
She's junior in high school, Sam.
What kind of world are we living in? Dude, you know what, dude? Listen, dude. A girl.
Dude, I've noticed 12-year-olds are starting to look real smooth.
She's, what, 17? Okay, North Carolina. Like that. What's legal in North Carolina? 12?
Muffet was watching
Well, it really makes it right if
Skylar
it's
in
legal.
junior high.
Yeah, they always
and
do
high
that.
school.
They'll do that. That's very common in basketball.
Isn't that crazy? The #1 recruit is a white chick. I mean, have you seen some of these basketball players? They're awesome.
That girl for, who was it, A&M? Who did they play in the championship?
No, they play Mississippi State.
Mississippi.
That McCowan,
Yeah, that girl's like 7. I mean, she was huge.
6'7".
They should. What do you think about lowering the rim so girls could dunk? Just go
Some
dunk
still can.
crazy.
Yeah, why wouldn't
They
you?
don't-
Why wouldn't
Some
you
still
make?
can.
Why wouldn't you
Sam,
make
they
it so
don't
you
have
can though?
to.
But why wouldn't you make it so it looks exciting? Because that's like a crowd pleaser, and it's a shitty sport to watch. And so why would?
Whoa, rude, dude.
You don't like
This-
basketball?
No, I mean I'm just saying by numbers. I don't watch any basketball. I watched Kobe when he
'Cause you're a
when he
bandwagon.
quit playing, and that I
Yeah.
watched that one game and it was awesome. It was a great game. But
Hey, listen.
And Kobe was watching us. So.
Yeah. See, let the basketball purists talk, okay? Okay, stay in your lane, pirate. All right?
Yeah.
So
next year they should be even. Well, they weren't supposed to be good this year with all those injuries, and they.
so
surprised
nobody expected
everybody.
this to happen.
No, yeah.
So you were just, we're going to buy these season tickets, and I hope
Well,
the after party's fun.
You always keep your season tickets because if you throw them back, then
Someone will
you don't-
take them.
Then you
Is it
then you're in
packed
the
house?
nosebleeds.
Yeah,
it's back.
13,000, I think 59 or 95 or something like that. It holds, and it's almost always sold out.
I went to 3 or 4 games. Every one I went to sold the fuck out. Cool. Completely sold out.
It's awesome.
Yeah, whenever I'm home and there's like a game, I'll just go with her
it's
to the
not
seats and
students.
shit.
It's not students.
It's lesbians.
It's all of South Bend. Oh no, it's a lot of old people
A lot of old people.
because it's not very expensive.
What are tickets?
I don't know, a couple $100.
For the whole season?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good value. That's good value.
Yeah, it comes out to like $7 a game or something
Nothing
crazy
wrong with
like
that.
that. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you had no clue this was going to happen.
No, not this
When
year.
did you think, whoa, something might be special here?
Well, they just kept getting better and better and better. So,
And-
as a team, and I think it probably helped them that they had to put people in different positions that they're not used to playing. And
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like
everybody
you,
just stepped up.
you get injuries early. Like I mean, a couple of them were like preseason injuries. Like they didn't even play game 1. So all your bench that are young are forced to play.
Right,
You know,
right,
your
right.
6th man has to start.
Right.
You know, someone who wasn't going to get playing time at all now has to play 8-9 minutes a game. So they do that all season, and they just seem like they gelled.
Yeah.
Now,
so-
has there ever been a game where you have a lot of money riding and you lose and you just get violent after?
hasn't
just
happened
like,
yet.
Don't
Hasn't
talk
happened
to me
yet.
like that. And you just start smacking people around.
No, but when we all of us, the big fans, were in our respective homes during the game,
Why do you guys don't watch together?
and every time something happened, I would get like, I'd be like you, and my phone was blowing up, and I'd get like 9 text messages from all over the country. Yeah, it was
You didn't
very
throw
fun.
a big shindig, have
Very
everybody
fun.
over?
No, we did not.
Do you think you were going to jinx it if you did that?
I don't think.
Or is it because all of your
I
friends
really
are
don't
degenerate
think any of us
scumbags, Mom?
expected to win, and until
Right.
it just kept getting better and better and better. It was awesome.
Now, did you guys have
Enrique was
Why
just-
does Tebow say all your friends are degenerate scumbags? Is that like him just...
well, he knows them.
what makes them scumbags? What makes them scumbags?
Shit,
I
I'm
don't
kidding.
know.
I'm only kidding, dude. What
I
was
don't
the
know
parade
about that.
like? Was it fun? Ticker tape?
I did not go.
Why? Why aren't you enjoying
They came back.
this?
They came back. I don't know. It was like noon or something. I had something else going on.
Did you play
Oh,
basketball?
I went to see the eagle's nest.
What is that?
We have bald eagles in the park right by my house. With a camera in the
So you went and watched Eagles
yeah.
in a nest
Because they just had babies.
over the biggest celebration in Notre Dame women's
It
basketball
really
history?
wasn't. I think there were maybe a couple thousand people on campus when they came.
'Cause they
when
were all
when the
watching
bus
Eagles.
came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all at the Eagles.
Did you play basketball at all?
Eagles Nest? No.
You weren't down in the paint throwing
was-
Oh,
elbows, getting in people's faces.
Her and my
laying beer
sister are
style?
both extremely unathletic.
Not at all.
Jason's sneaky athletic.
I mean, he does a bit about me bowling. That's about it.
Well, I love bowling. I love you.
I have contrary to his act, I have one bowling trophy, and it was last place champs.
Hey, that's hey. If you can't win, lose
The
hard.
joke is just that we had bowling trophies in my house. I didn't say it was for winning.
No, yeah, you're right. You're
Technically,
right.
it still stands
When
big.
anybody's going to see Jason, I immediately start with the disclaimer: he's a liar.
Everything says is a lie.
My mom warned me about
It's
how
all
dirty
lies.
I am.
It's all lies.
When we walked in, I go, listen, Mom. A lot of people here. There's a lot of comedians here. They're gonna be goofing with you. A lot of them might say I owe you money. I owe them money, and they might try to shake you down. Just write them a check. They won't cash it. Don't worry about a thing. It's just part of the joke, Mom.
Did you guys go to Comedy Store last night?
No, we went to have dinner with her, my aunt, and my uncle-in-law. What the fuck is this guy? I was surprised he was still alive. You're like, he's going to be there. I'm like, yeah, damn it.
Oh, you have uncles and aunts in town?
They live in Palm Springs. I have one aunt that lives in Palm Springs, and I have a cousin in San Diego, and I have a cousin in Hermosa Beach area.
Manhattan Beach.
Manhattan Beach.
Oh, maybe Hermosa.
Yeah, anywhere in that neck of the woods. So, because she was in town, so we all met kind of halfway in like El Segundo neck of the woods and had dinner and stuff. So we did that last night.
Did you heckle?
And then we're going to see Jimmy Kimmel after this.
Oh, great. Who's there?
Don't even know. Not sure. Don't even know. We were going to try to go last night and then had dinner with family and shit.
Man.
So we're going to take her back to see Kimmel.
Very nice. He took Dana and her mom there before. Dana and her sister.
Oh, I've gone like 8 or 9 times. I saw Prince there. He got me in to see Prince.
No shit.
Yeah, I was on
That's
stage.
my biggest
I was
regret.
this close to
I never
him.
saw Prince.
I was probably from here to that ATC sign, and I was on the side of the stage. You're on the stage with all the guests.
Was his breath nice?
Oh, you couldn't even get anywhere near him. He had dudes to make you look like me.
Bet.
He had dudes to make you look like me.
Samoan dudes all around him.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you,
Swole?
they make you look like me.
A lot of tribal tattoos.
And he's little, but and all of his guitars right there. I got to see all of his the same regular guitars. It was awesome. And he's like, "Oh, you can't get in. Sorry, pal, I can't get you."
I saw him one time in the street in
Security's
Minneapolis,
too
like
tight.
when I was like 20, and I was like, "That is the tiny." And that's all I saw. I didn't notice him as Prince. I was like, "That's the smallest person I've ever seen."
He had
He's like
heels
a
on
grown
and he was
adult.
still short.
And he had heels on, and he was real diminutive, slender, like amazing.
He's built like me. If I was 5'1",
He's that.
You would need
he
a
was
diet
that small.
too,
he's short.
And like, dude,
and
he
not
was
that
just like,
broad. Like your shoulders are like all that. Like
Thank you,
you're,
bro.
You're way too
Keep
small
talking
for that.
Oh, you were
like
using
your
the S
physique, the
word.
way you V, way you V down from the shoulders. Like,
Mom, turn the other way. I'm about to fuck my fist. Someone get this woman a tarp, huh? Just kidding, Mom. I'm gonna shoot it that way. But and then he's Don's like, I don't think I can get you in. I'm like, fuck. And then he called me like 45 minutes before. He's like, if you can get here in 45 minutes, I can get you in, bro. Whew.
yeah, right.
Never, I've been chased by police dogs where I ran slower than this shit.
dude, you should bring your mom to the Ding Dong show. It truly is.
I would love to. I mean, she has like a 6 a.m.
late.
flight to go to Mexico tomorrow. But I really wish I could have
Talk
gotten her
about
to.
this trip. Are you worried about being kidnapped?
A little, but I told both the kids if I have to die somewhere, I would rather die poolside in Cancun.
Oh, that's good.
Is that what they do after they sex
Then
traffic you?
sitting
You
in
go
my
to the
chair.
pool. You don't go. You're not going to the pool.
I'm
If
not-
they
Do not
grab
drink
you,
the water,
Well, they canceled-
Peg.
they
You're going to get Montezuma's revenge.
They canceled any outside excursions and told everybody
What,
to stay
is
in
there
the
Really?
massive
resort.
kidnaps
Crazy.
going on in Mexico right
Yeah.
now?
yeah, I'm supposed to go down.
Well, there was a couple bombings.
Yeah.
There's been like a little terrorist things popping
little
up here.
bit
and
Yeah,
there.
they
Terrorists
blew
here?
up a ferry, and
Yeah.
what did I see? Like 14.
That's a hate crime if you blow
Who'd
up
they
a
hit?
ferry.
A guy? What was his
14
name?
14,
Maurice.
14 murders in a 24-hour period in Cancun.
I mean, that's
Well,
south side of
so
Chicago.
it's
right
better
there.
get it all
yeah,
out of the
exactly,
system.
exactly. It's like, and how many they have in Chicago?
You know
So
what that
the
means?
hell,
It's crazy
you
how
know?
that will keep us out of a country. Like, well, that'll run through and we'll be like, oh no, there's rape and murder down there. And it's like, no, all our major cities, way worse.
I know. I live in South Bend, Indiana, and we probably had that many.
When I hear that
Give your
there's
address out,
14
Mom.
murders, I think
Do not
you
do
know
that.
how
Do
cheap
not do
the
that.
Coke's going to be, dude? You're going to be able to get that Coke for so cheap. So I want you to enjoy yourself. Don't do all of it.
Yeah, right after you had a heart attack. Don't do coke,
Oh,
Mom. Don't listen.
that's
I know you're
Jayson.
dying to do it.
That's a good segue to the story of
Oh,
my friend.
she has a good story.
Oh, let's hear it. This is going to be great.
A family friend of ours were on the Uber on the way here, and I'm like, hey, how's so-and-so doing? And a friend of ours, I've known her since I was a kid, one of my mom's best friends.
Well, she's a nurse, and she's looking for a
Smokes
job.
stoner nurse, basically.
And she's been nailed a couple times for pot, and tested positive for coke once, I think. And
Who hasn't?
but she's a union nurse, so they protect her and keep her in the family and guide her through this. And
Nice.
so she's been through rehab once, I think, and they test her periodically. So she's looking for a job, and the nursing, they offered her a job, and the nursing association pops up and says, no, she can't hold up on that because she tested positive for coke last urine screening. And she told me that's not really possible because she's been submitting synthetic urine for the past year.
So she's been putting in other people's fake piss for a year, and that one got busted for coke.
I can't.
And she can't fight it. She can't be like, no, that's
can't-
not me. I'm totally clean because I was, all I'm doing is smoking pot. And then she gets popped for coke, and she hadn't done coke in like forever.
What kind of world do we live in where you can't
Isn't
trust?
that hilarious, dude? I was like, oh, you
Synthetic
got to tell
pee.
that on the show. You got to tell that on the show.
So
That's
now
such a
she's-
perfect punch-on
now
story.
her choices are 5 weeks of in-house rehab or give up nursing, man.
Oh
In-house
my
rehab
God.
doesn't seem that bad. Like
A lot of people, if you were going to go, hey, you want to go to the spa in Mexico for 5 weeks? They go, yeah, you just treat it
Yeah,
like
it depends on what kind of rehab.
I guess
There's
so.
like
I guess so.
rehab,
Yeah.
and then there's like
Yeah,
rehab.
there's the farm. Where
There's
you're
I have
slopping
money rehab,
pigs
and then I
building
don't have money
sheds and all
rehab.
that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're either in
Yeah,
a room
so-
with like 12 people in the same room, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Or like you're in a resort.
I think she's given up nursing.
she's like, I need my synthetic piss. I will.
Imagine
give up.
all the trouble we go to
I
get
said-
over,
I
right? To
said-
get somebody else's piss, to
Live
get
by-
all that piss for all that time, and then be like,
Live by the
I
sword,
can't
die
win
by
here
the
either.
sword,
Yeah.
man.
How long
that's-
is coke in your system?
Crazy.
That's
Only
the
2 or 3
karma
days.
bus coming for you.
Man, that's guy.
I mean, if
donating
you're
piss
selling
couldn't-
piss,
yeah,
and you're doing blow, give it like 5-6 days before you start throwing
It's
some
not
fucking.
even real.
yeah, but
it's
then how you gonna get
synthetic.
more blow if you don't sell the piss?
Yeah, it's like they're
I'm saying,
they're doing
piss your
plasma,
ass off
they're
for like 3 or 4 days, throw it in the fridge, and then rail it back. And then 4 or 5 days later, then refill the tank.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you have great business plans.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
They're
Let's
really
start
good.
a band.
Let me ask you, what was Jayson like as a young?
Christian
Man.
warrior.
He was quite a pain in the ass.
That I find
But
that I resemble that
hilarious.
mom. I resemble that mom.
Were you ever,
He was
were you ever
hilarious.
hopeless? Where you're like, ooh, this is.
Did you ever look for store
I
receipts
remember,
for store credit?
I remember my mom telling me one time when he was maybe
40.
10,
Oh.
maybe 10. She said, "Oh, Peg,
Ooh.
he's fast."
What do you mean?
This does not.
She
be-
couldn't catch me?
He's a
this-
little
no,
too agile.
No, just
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
you're ahead of
The
us.
trouble.
You know.
I remember
Yeah,
when
yeah.
with her
Nobody's as fast as Jayson.
I remember with her, she had this fucking violin, or was your sister's violin, maybe? But it was still like from like when she was like a teenager would be playing this and like took violin lessons, and then it just went in the attic forever, like one of those things. I was like, oh shit, violin. 7-year-old, but a violin is I'd rather like hear sirens in headphones than a 7-year-old fucking with it. Must sound like cats dying.
Right.
She let me do it as long as she could stand.
God damn.
Which was
It
what,
must have
2
been
minutes?
probably half hour. She was a generous woman. And then she's like,
That's
"Honey,
the heart of a mother.
She's like, honey,
That's-
you got to put that thing away. My grandma, she's like, honey, you got to put that thing away. And I was like, okay. And then she took, and then I did it again, like got it back. And I was playing for a while. And she violently took it from me and then like put it somewhere else. And I was like, man, you know what? That couldn't have been that loud. I'm going to fucking get this thing. I'm just going to go upstairs, shut the bedroom door, start fiddling away a little bit more.
In privacy.
None the wiser.
I love how you
It's
play
a-
a violin like you're playing pool, just like fucking down there.
It's a loud, but it had to be the loudest fucking thing.
That shows you how nice it sounded, too.
So then the door kicks open. And she's just standing there with the one weapon that I used to get beaten with was what?
Wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon was the worst motherfucking thing in the world. And she just standing there with that wooden spoon. And I'm sitting on the bed with this fiddle in my hand. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then it was like this Benny Hill sketch where we're running around the bed where she's swatting at my as hard as she could try to get me. I mean, if I could have played that on the fiddle, hell, if she'd have let me another hour, I probably could have figured it out.
That's a crazy sweet spot where you are not where you think, where you learn I can get away from them, and now you start to run away instead of just, you have to take it at a certain point, and then at another point, where does it flip where you go, no, I could leave, but I need to be respectful and just take it. Like after you're like,
Yeah, she
No,
got her shots
He
in.
never got to that point. That never happened.
Why did you beat me?
shut up.
Duh.
Oh, yeah. I guess we figured
At
that
what
out.
point
I
did
used
you
to get
go,
spanked with a sword. I used to get spanked with a sword.
I remember when
Yeah, I
he
used to have a
was
big ass.
first grade, 6 years old, 7 years old.
Me?
Yeah, your teacher pulled me aside and said,
Have him
deserves it.
executed.
sense of humor, man. She's like right there with he hears the teachers talking, and he is the only kid in first grade that starts to laugh because he gets it. And that was young.
I think
And
I was allowed to speak like an adult at a young age.
Fucking A.
Were you always around a lot of adults?
All the time. Always
More
around.
adults than you had peers that were your age?
I mean, I had kids that I hung out with, but I definitely hung out with a lot of adults.
Yeah.
And I think smart adults. I mean, you guys were all, when I look back on my life, I mean, you guys were all pretty much us. You were 30-year-old stoners that were liberal and progressive thinkers and all artists. You just happened to have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old hanging around. You know what I mean?
That's
I wasn't ever
nice.
enamored with pot.
Would you agree with that?
I don't think I'd put it that way,
How would
but
you put
he's
it?
kind of right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you put it, though?
That's
Parenting. You're like, I had a child and I was a mother. But when you look back at it as an adult, you guys are just as confused and scared as we all are at that age now.
I mean, it's weird when I look back at it and I look at my mom and I'm like, God, she was such a leader, looked up to, like, all that stuff when, you know, I'm looking at her through the eyes of a 10-year-old or a 14-year-old or whatever it is. But then you reference it now and you're like, wait, so that was when she was 15 years younger than I am right now, or what, like whatever, like this person that you're
Exactly.
still looking up to that you're way beyond in a lot, like there's a
put
weird
it into perspective.
mix of
yeah.
time that happens.
Well, that
there.
was, yeah,
Yeah.
like if I would have lived your life and like back then when you have kids when you're a lot younger, I think people are doing it a lot less now. I would have a 15-year-old right now.
Right.
You know? I mean, your life would be so
I
different.
read a story about this this family in India, and this lady had just had another baby, and so she could go to work. What
That
she
makes a
had to
nice
do,
baker's dozen.
And they were living underneath. They were living underneath a bridge, like they had a shelter. And so she tells her like something like a 3-year-old that she's gonna have to watch the 18-month-old or whatever this little baby is, and that's who takes care of the baby while mom goes to work. It's like this organism, this human biology, it's like if it has to step up, if the pressure's great enough, it fucking achieves shit. It's just like the way the internet is like, you see this happen and then like whatever, a backflip on a motorcycle or what John Jones can do in the cage, or you see any of that stuff and it's like we get to excel beyond that exponentially at a kind of an alarming rate where I think it maybe
Yeah.
rips us apart a little.
And the thing about parenting is, and everybody needs to know this, you just do the best you can.
Right.
And when you're down and Jason turns around and looks back at it, you know, he knows.
Yeah.
We did the best we could.
Was
I
there ever a
think
moment
you
where
did
you're
great.
like, oh, that's going to stick with him?
Oh yeah. You know what? I see moms in
That'll leave a
grocery.
mark.
I see moms in grocery stores with kids, and I want to say, "Oh, honey, be careful, because this turns into a comedy act."
Yeah.
Yeah, because you flipped me off when I was like 6
So
or
Jason
7.
was Jason funny from the gate,
Yes.
from the jump?
Always.
I think all my, I think
Always
but I
funny.
think I was always around funny adults. I think I became funny. I don't know if, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
You
we
were
made
I was a
Funny.
funny kid.
You
I was
mimicked
always funny.
first.
Was he always working blue? Was Jason working blue from the get-go?
Yeah.
Was he like kindergarten
Pretty
doing
much.
dick jokes?
Yeah.
Pretty
I remember.
well,
I
no.
remember in kindergarten or first grade, I got in trouble because I told a girl I wanted to hump her.
When was the first time you finger banged a lady?
About 45 minutes
Oh,
before
when
the
I
show.
was 30. Oh, sorry.
High five!
Yeah, that's great. Good job, Peggy Jane.
That
Good
was
job.
a golden
Throw it
moment in
upstairs.
Punch Drunk history.
Throw it upstairs, babe. Oh, that wasn't the
Oh,
hand,
I'm
was it?
sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
That was wonderful.
What, Johnny? Don't ruin a wonderful moment between
Johnny's
a
loving
son and a mother on their love of finger blasting, okay? Let them have it.
You had a good line. You
Yeah, I told a girl that I want this girl. I can't remember her name, but I remember I got in trouble for. Got to call the principal's office, and I was like, "Fuck, hope I don't." And it was like it was first grade, and then I walked home, and that's before we got reverse bust.
Right.
We were close to walking. We could walk, and so I walk home, and I get home, and I'm like, "You don't say shit to me," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, man, I'm in the clear." Less about a half hour, 45 minutes go by. Makes me like an after-school snack. I'm sitting there eating it, and she goes, "So, I hear you want to hump Kelly Wiggler," or whatever her name is. She was at school called. She's brought up casually. I'm just eating Cheerios, like, "Oh, you." I was like, I don't know what that word means. They told me what it means. I guess I had it all wrong. I fucking knew what it meant. I wanted to hump that bitch. Let's go.
How early did you get sexual? I was early. I ate butt in first grade.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds more like a sex crime or something.
That's not.
Yeah, not even
An
close to that.
advancement in any kind.
Not even close to that. I don't think anybody. I mean, you say that casually, like everybody else would be like, "Oh yeah,
who
well, it was
I
a couple
am,
years
dude.
before that." It was about 4 years before that, but right
Just
around
who
that
I
same
am.
neighborhood.
It's just who I am, dog.
Well, how old
Just who
was
I-
the guy, Sam?
Man,
Hey!
the whole room is full of zingers today.
God, everybody's on fire. Wow, what a fun show. What a fun show. Guys, we are in the NBA playoffs. Baseball. I mean, we have I guess you maybe make bets on
I
the
think
NFL
I'm
draft.
out on the NBA.
Hold on.
I think I'm out.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, there's nobody in there that I really am caring too much for. I'd like to see good series, but there's not that many.
I respect that. But I also respect BetDSI for all your betting needs. Go to betdsi.com for all your betting needs. Use the promo code PUNCH25 and you'll get 25 hard cold dollars.
Hey man, it's gonna be a tough NBA playoffs to bet on. A lot of crazy things can happen.
I love it.
Baseball's
dude.
crazy. Some good fights coming up too to bet on.
When's the next big UFC? We got to do another UFC party. Dude.
That was a lot of fun. We'll tweak it.
We'll tweak it.
Yeah, and
we'll
make
get
it,
that
we'll get it
side
perfect.
room.
Yep.
We'll make everybody have to come naked.
And maybe we'll have like we'll get them to have like because they were very kind, but I think we could spread that kindness and have them maybe have some drink specials
Get
for
us
people that come over to
hookers.
our side.
Yes.
Have them have like drink or food specials.
Yes.
Just to entice more people to come to that.
But
'cause that's a lot of
guys,
fun.
you go to BetDSI, you use the promo code, and bam, you're making bets. I do a 5-fight parlay every single fight. I mean, not everyone, but the big big.
And at our
big pay-
UFC event that we went to, we were announcing how our fights were all going. And
Yeah,
everything.
I got everyone but one. I'm getting 4 out of 5 every time. I think you should also get money on a parlay if you get none of them right.
I think that's something that you can bet. I think that's a side bet that you can make.
Right?
I do think that's an actual side bet that you can make.
I've done that before. I got everyone wrong, and everyone just killed me on it. But BetDSI
That's just as hard as getting them all right.
Our best, our longest running sponsors, and we love them very much.
I always see people at the store, Improv or wherever, and people come up that are fans of our show, and one thing they always say is they've all used BetDSI, and they're still using it. A lot of them say they're still using it.
One thing I want to do is
Once you get in, you realize, hey man, I win a couple bets. Now I'm in the plus.
now we make money, and you can use Jayson Thibault's betting. He's got plans. He's got schemes. He knows how
I'm
to
terrible
make.
at gambling.
No,
I'm
man,
good
I
at
thought-
blackjack.
Yeah, that's your thing, right?
Yeah, but I'm not.
But you don't have a scheme for anything else.
Sports betting for me, I love to do it, but I'm always like, I guess I kind of break even every now and then. I've never really lost big. I don't really bet big. I love parlays. I'm just like you. I like to bet $10-20 on some, especially the NFL. NFL, I was doing $10 parlays every time. Try to get 6 right. I mean, you get 2 parlays. Let me put it to you this way.
Put it to me.
Football season, if you get 1 or 2 14 parlays, which isn't that hard to do in the NFL, you cover your betting for the entire season. If you do $10 or $20 bets, your entire gambling now is now you're playing with house
Is
money.
that how you formulate your shit?
Now you're playing with house money in football season. If I can hit 1, I'll break even at least on the year.
It's kind of like drug dealing.
If I had
you
2,
can
I make
sell
money.
1 or 2 8 balls, the rest of your coke for the rest of the year is free.
You don't do very much coke then.
Yeah, I don't. I never did.
1 or 2 8 balls
never
does
did.
not set you.
I
for
never
your
did,
kids.
dude. I never
Don't
did.
underscore.
Real quick, Johnny, can you look up our YouTube page real quick? Because Johnny's been doing a great job on this YouTube page. I don't know if you guys have seen Johnny's work on it, but Johnny is...
Also, call in. I don't know if the number's on the bottom line, but we'll take calls.
We will
in the
take
last
calls.
half
We
hour,
will.
45 minutes. Feel free to be kind to my mom, but harass her. She's not fucking around. My mom's not fucking around with any of these stupid fucking twats, right, Mom?
Hey!
I'm sorry, with these darn twats, right,
I
Mom?
respect that. I respect that.
Got that joke in last night while we were watching TV. I'm like, I'm gonna say
So
that
this
to Mom.
is
I literally wrote it down.
so this is our new YouTube page. You can watch anything you want. You can watch
Ari's about to get peed on right there. Let's go to let's fast forward to Ari getting peed on. Now, my favorite thing is I'm middle of talking. I notice, but I turn.
that
You
the
can
look?
see me turn and look at Stanhope, and
we
I
get
realize his
volume?
dick is out.
I want to hear how
Here we go.
aghast
Here we go.
Bert
Here we
is.
go.
Here he comes behind Ari.
I was raised by. I never had.
Look at my reaction.
Doug Stanhope just
Wait, me and Sam's reactions are awesome.
pissed on Ari Shaffir.
About lesbians. I never had.
Oh my God.
Doug Stanhope just pissed on Ari Shaffir. Doug Stanhope just pissed on Ari Shaffir.
I love Ari's only problem is these are my only pants.
Oh my God. That was quick. That was only jeans, dog.
These are my only jeans. They're not even jeans.
Go buy some new ones, you
Ladies
Jew.
and gentlemen, that has been Punch Drunk
Guys, I'm
Sports.
gonna be in
Thank you guys
Irvine.
very much.
I'm sorry, but we rocked that show.
That was the best.
We
great.
put
That was so
Aaron.
much
in
fun.
Arizona?
That was in Arizona.
Aaron.
Why does
I
she
wanted
need
to
to
drive
see
through and
me?
make that.
Your kid's seen your dick.
Aaron.
No, they haven't.
Ari,
Scroll
I was
back up.
raised
Here we
by
go.
lesbians.
Here, this is a good close-up.
Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Would you say that we were probably the most significant moment of that festival?
Certainly in the podcast studio.
Here, look at him sneak up. Here it comes. Oh. Oh, that's just a preview? Yeah, that was great. That was super fun. The next day, we had our big All Things Comedy lunch. Everybody was there at the big luncheon thing. And that's the first time I saw Madrigal. And he came up to me and he goes, "What the hell happened in the studio? There's firecrackers everywhere. Everything's turned upside down. There's pee all over the place." We're like, "Hey, bro, we had a podcast." We had a podcast.
We scare him.
I think he just doesn't
Oh,
understand
we don't
us.
want. Tate doesn't want to see that one.
You know, I get a lot of requests, Tate, for you and Brody to be back together, have a reunion show.
Fantastic.
That was another one that was crazy. I know what's going on. This is
And then Sam, you threw a tantrum and something that time too, right? You
No,
left?
no, I had to go. I had
No,
to
Sam had to
do
leave.
A,
He was only
Comedy
there the first
Central.
hour.
I had to do a Comedy
It
Central.
was like, this is great. No safety at all.
Yeah,
Just a
if I was there, I
insane
would have
person,
saved
like,
it.
ugh.
I wanted to talk
I don't know
to
if you would've.
Sam,
Yeah.
about your tantrums.
Yes. Please talk to me. I need to know.
give him motherly advice. Where's
Sam-
studio is this?
Who is that over
The
there?
little part you know, you're not letting him do it, so when you're not here...
The views
you have to
expressed
do it.
by Ari Shaffir are that of Ari
No,
Shaffir.
Sam, he fucked us over last week. We had all these plans, and he fucked us. Like telling us at 10 p.m. at night.
Matt
I'm not
knows.
joking. Get the fuck out if you're not going to help.
What plans?
Go home.
Never told any other plans.
We didn't have to
That's
tell
not
you
Matt
the
Knows,
plans.
that's
We just said we're
James.
gonna work. We don't assume you're going to call at 10 p.m. and say, can't be there. Also, I didn't train the guy I sit with for 50 straight weeks.
Oh, this is where he told him to kill himself.
Get out. Just get out. Go home.
At the old locations, I had plenty of training that I could run this show by myself. Hello?
Hey, fat man, go home. Get out and go home. Go take a smoke break for 2 hours. You're not wanted here. You're adding nothing. Go home. I'm not sorry that I'm hurting you. Get the fuck out of here. Leave. Just leave if you're not going to help. Fix the fucking phones or leave.
I got it. I got the show.
Are you fixing the
you
phones?
man,
You got the
okay.
show. All right, fat man, get out. You're just a distraction. Get the fuck out.
know how to fix the
All you do is give us bad drops. Get the fuck out or fix it.
Terrified to walk in here for the first time.
Are you moving to fix it or get out? It should be one or the other right now.
fix it.
Then
I'm
get the
trying to
fuck
fix it for
out.
a week.
Then go home. Get the fuck out and go home. You understand me? You fucked over our show 2 weeks in a row. Get the fuck out and go home. Go talk to your boss and tell him we don't want you anymore.
This is why he moved to New
Get
York.
out!
That's
Ow,
loud.
you
That's
too fat
loud.
to
Loud.
move?
Loud. 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 Loud.
Get the
Loud.
fuck out! Go kill yourself out in the parking lot, asshole.
Jesus.
You're not wanted here.
That's really loud.
Nobody should ever.
Why? What's he done? He hasn't helped us at all. He's only hurt us.
He's a
Get the
human
fuck out.
being.
And he's an asshole who's fucking up. He should be fired.
All right,
He shouldn't
all
have this job. Do you get paid to do this?
Yes.
Then you're not earning it.
If you're watching this, feel free to not call that number.
Earn your money. Get the fuck out.
That was a great club.
Leave,
It was
idiots,
just a
leave.
shit
Okay.
area.
It was in the worst area.
That's
Do you
my-
think I'm joking still?
This
No.
studio and
How
that
do you not
studio
understand
were
my
my two
tone?
favorites.
Get
Don't
the
get
fuck
in this
out.
bad mood. You got a big show tonight. You got big show
I
tonight.
know,
Being
he's
happy
bothering me.
place.
Leave, idiot. Just fucking leave. You're not gonna help, so get the fuck out. Why am I still talking? Do you understand how this is
No,
annoying?
no.
Get the fuck out.
I want to talk sports.
How real is
I understand, Ari. I
One
do
segment.
understand.
If you're not gone.
How
I
real
swear
was
to God,
that?
Get the fuck out of here. Then I'm calling your boss and telling you how much you fucked us over. Get out.
It was real.
Go ahead. Let's talk
That's
about
cool.
It was real.
We're good.
How real is
Who's have
was
I
real.
aged horribly since then?
That was real. I was just saying earlier, me and my mom were talking earlier, I'm like, time has not been well to me. To any of us, time has not been well. Like even Johnny, you look better the other day when I saw you than you do right now. So
Yeah.
even in just 2 days. Tate, actually, it's not true. Tate, time has been very kind to you.
Thanks. I'm really kind to time.
How would one be kind to time? What can I do to be kinder to time? Like,
Oh, there's a little. We'll go over it after. We're gonna have lunch, right? We can talk about it if you like. I mean, it's all the same stuff you've heard over and over again.
just be kind. Just be sweeter to time.
Treat the Lord with
Sweet
respect.
tea. More sweet tea.
Do you think, Tate, that they disrespect the heavyweight champ in the UFC?
Stipe?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean?
Do you think he doesn't get as much press and play and push from the UFC, let's say?
It's like a Connor or somebody else.
I mean,
he's a bad man. They're already talking Cormier versus
I
Brock
think it's
Lesnar. They're not even talking about Miocic.
I think that I think that division is just not an exciting division. I think he's great in that division, but there's 3, 4, 5
weird,
heavyweights
people
that
say
are
that they want
really
real martial
relevant right now.
artists.
Boxing is more relevant in heavyweight right now than
Boxing's
UFC.
so great
and
right
for a
now.
long time, UFC was way more relevant in heavyweight than boxing.
you got to say though that the boxing is more relevant right now, probably and due to like shows like Brendan's and Joe's. It's like that kind of stuff has brought up people's interest in boxing.
Well, also the
in a
heavyweight
different
division
way,
had
just their interest.
4 undefeated people.
Well, the UFC
that all
forced
had
boxing
belts.
to make good fights
And
because
that
they were
too,
losing.
competition has brought up
That
the
as
level
well.
of
But now
everything
the
everywhere.
UFC's problem is that they're trying to run the UFC like they run a network, which is pay talent as little as possible and keep all
Well,
the
it was
money.
I don't
essentially
know
bought
that
by a
that's
network.
what it is anymore. I mean, I think it had been that, and that's what they did to inflate their numbers so that they could get a huge selling price to the buyer.
I just think that the
buyer is now going upside down on it or whatever.
I just think that the Reebok deal did a lot of damage to the UFC. A lot of damage.
Yeah, that was almost like a bad PR move in a way. Mom, if Tate and I were to get into a fight, who do you think would win? Be honest. And I have my man Tripoli here helping me.
By helping, I'll be like,
what's
hey,
that mean?
dude, you're
That means
getting
we
your
could
ass
give you the
beat."
old Tripoli's on his hands and knees behind you and you don't know it, and I come
I don't
over
think
and
he'd do that.
You ever heard of a hype man? I'm a psych man. I just sit there and tell Jason he's doing great to keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
That Tate is slowing down.
And then when he looks over at me, he gives me a knowing
Yeah, I
wink.
get a wink, wink.
yeah.
Wink, wink. Let's take a call.
I
Please
love
be
what
nice.
Rhonda's doing. Did you see her in the WWE?
Yeah.
Good for her, man.
She's
Fucking
had some
awesome,
really
man.
fucking fucked up interviews.
Hi,
lately, though.
you're
I
on
haven't
with
watched those.
Paige
We'll talk about it.
Webster.
And Peg too.
And Peg. Peg Webster.
I've only known her 20 years. Literally known her 20 years.
Hey,
I know. 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah?
Big Diaz suspension coming up. Wow, this is not working out for me.
What do you mean? You can't hear it? We can hear you fine.
I can hear, but I'm talking over and I have my own echo. It's bad.
Yeah, turn your shit down. Your computer down.
I'm just on the phone. No, I'm just calling to say Nick Diaz's suspension is about to be taken now. And
Over. You mean it's gonna be over?
In the middleweight or welterweight division.
So you think it's coming to an end, right? And he's going to fight again.
I believe so. April 19th.
So, and do you think he fights 170 or 185, Tate?
And is he going to fight in the UFC?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know. I mean, he's like, I think he's really teasing the boxing world too and going like, I'll scrap here too. You know what I mean? Because that was before, a couple of years ago, that was his only interest. He was like, boxing is the only place where combat athletes are getting proper payment. And so I think I'll hold out for that. So I think what's a nice position is he can do anything. He's open to do anything. And now I think that laws are changing to make athletes like Nick more safe in the UFC and in combat sports in general.
Weed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Any coincidence to the fact that his suspension ends the day before 420?
That is a great
That's
point.
goddamn beautiful. That's like a gift. That's somebody.
Yeah, well, I think that's
Sometimes the universe winks at you a little.
Yep, I
Wings.
believe that's
Buddy.
right.
Like a brown eye, just winks at you.
Where
before it shits
in
on you.
Canada are you calling from?
I'm not in Canada. I'm
Oh.
in South Texas, right along the Mexican border.
Oh.
I got the brownest weed you ever smoked.
Oh,
You had.
does
I'm
it
sorry
have
about that.
stems in it, dude? And seeds where you gotta do lawn maintenance on your weed?
You
so
sure
it
you're not
doesn't
smoking
blow up?
corn cobs?
Put it through a sieve.
Isn't it weird
It has
that
its
Sieve.
own little corn cob on it, yeah.
you can get like avocados anywhere at any time of the fucking year? Doesn't matter. But like just a couple states away, it's like, nah, it's still 1978 here for the weed.
Yeah. It's done on
Fucking
purpose.
crazy.
Oh yeah, my buddy mowed a lawn for £1/4 just a week ago.
Oh my God.
Hot time.
That's a big lawn.
That is a big lawn.
I don't know how long my lawn would have to be fucking huge
My
for me to want to
buddy-
give you £1/4 to mow it. Like, I think
My-
I can do better.
My buddy mowed New Mexico.
I'm
for
framing
a
you.
fucking sack of weed.
I'm giving you a £1/4. It's like I'm framing you because there's like a body that I buried in that
Right.
yard, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Hey, that guy just ran this guy with a lawnmower."
Hey, dude, thanks for calling in, dude. I don't know. Would you guys
Yeah,
watch a
you guys are the
Con?
best.
Later.
Love you, buddy. Thanks.
Would you guys watch a Connor versus Diaz boxing match?
No.
I would for sure.
I would. For
I mean, I would, but I
sure.
don't give it any gravity. I'd much rather see them scrap. I mean, would you watch Michael Jordan in his prime and
So you
Kobe.
wouldn't
and Kobe in his
Have a
prime
fist fight?
have a 3-point contest? Sure, but I'd love to see him play 1-on-1. I mean,
I'd like to see all of it, I guess.
I think that's different. Boxing's still beating the shit out of each other.
yeah, but they're both such good kickers and they're jiu-jitsu and wrestling and all that.
I
It's
just
like,
the shit talking would be insane.
I think it'd be insane if
I'm
I'm
they
not
be
saying
fair.
I'd want either
MMA.
or. I want all of it. I want all of that.
How about
and that's
each
the
round
problem.
it's a
That's the
different
thing, is
thing?
that those guys are fired up in that way, and they're scrappy in that way. And like guys like Stipe, or there's a lot of guys that are like more like Rose Namajunas isn't anywhere near the star that she could be because of the way she carries herself. She carries herself with honor, integrity, and dignity. And that's how she walks through fucking life. And regardless of what fans, what 3 out of the 100 or whatever the ratio is of people that care for that, actually care for it, will put money towards that and effort and love and shine, as opposed to somebody that is yelling and making an ass of themselves and attacking other people's weapons
I
and
am
shit
the
like
boogie woman.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hi, you're on with Tait Fletcher.
What is this tall or tie? What is this?
Tai
shit?
Tai, what's up? Where you calling from? Tai Tai? Tall? Okay, you had a good time. Thanks for staying on for a minute.
I think we just got hacked. I think that was a Russian hacker.
I think that was...
I'm pretty sure that was a Russian
Aaron,
hacker.
how's the marriage going, by
Dude,
the way?
I got an update on Aaron's marriage.
Is he slamming it hard?
I ran into Aaron at the comedy store, right? And he was with the lovely lady. Did not look like the last few
He's with
ladies
your
I've
mom?
seen him with. No, it was.
Hey,
Who's this?
Who we got?
Mama Teebs. So glad to have you guys on.
What's up, buddy?
Thank
How
you.
are you?
Thank you.
Oh, just doing the same old weekly deal.
Oh, nice. So what's
What
the
is it-
plan?
what does that entail?
What does your
Not
week entail?
masturbating.
My mom just asked if that's masturbating.
Yeah.
What's the area code, Sam?
859.
That's upstate New York.
Is it?
I don't know. It is?
It is nice. Where you at? Where you at?
Oh, I'm living in New Orleans now. I'm wondering about these Pelicans in the playoffs.
I like them. I mean, Anthony Davis is obviously better than everybody on Portland, but Portland, I think, has better depth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, they have the number one best player, and then Portland has the next 3 best players, and then New Orleans has another great player. You know,
Sam, did you see the triple doubles he was putting up for like goddamn near a month and a half?
Well, I said Anthony Davis is great. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm just saying. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting here watching it in New Orleans, and I was like, when is it going to stop?
He's the best, dude. That kid, if he wasn't so lanky, and that's his problem. He goes down, he bangs, and he's just super lanky.
That's why Shaq was great, because he had that same size they all
He
did,
was
but
thick.
an extra 150
Right.
pounds.
Huge.
Yeah, he had tree trunks. Anthony Davis is built like a spread 5, and he has to go down and he sets a pick. He can bang his knees and he gets hurt. He's still growing into his body.
To this day, Boogie going out, I still call them the UK Wildcats. They're like fucking 4 Wildcats on the team.
Let me ask
It's
you
amazing.
something. Are they talking about re-signing this guy?
That's the big deal, is the second time you fucking tear that shit or rip that shit, do you resign them?
It's going to be interesting, dude. It's going to be interesting, man. They're playing better without him, but he's just an all-world player. He needs to go somewhere like San Antonio where
I
there's
like the
structure.
attitude. I like the fucking fire he brings to the shit. It's like having the Sam Tripoli on the team.
This guy
You're
gets
not gonna
it.
get
Caller of the
major
year.
points.
Dude.
Yeah, good job, Johnny. Oh, that was great.
Finally, someone's nice.
Executive of the year.
Hey, it doesn't mean he wasn't right.
Executive move of the year.
Okay.
Like we've given Johnny too much power. He's drunk.
I liked it,
drunk.
Johnny.
What
I
were we
liked it.
What were we
Seems
saying
measured
before that?
So far, he seems measured.
What were we talking about right
Seems
before that call?
measured.
We were talking about something right before that. I can't remember. Oh, that's right. Update on Aaron's marriage.
Yeah, talk to me.
See him at the store. I thought, you know.
By the way, Aaron hates black comedy, we found out.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Fucking
Totally.
hates when black people do comedy.
Well, then don't come see me at Knock Knock Who's There Black Guy, because that's a black club.
He's like, this fucking black guy got up. It was just, ugh. And he ruined a perfectly good white show. And he stormed off with his white women.
Yeah, I didn't even. So I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. You know, because I didn't want to blow up his spot. Because every time I see him, he's with a different dime piece.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you know my wife? And then it kind of gives me the wink, wink, like just be cool kind of thing. And I'm like,
yeah.
of course I do. She's all over me, man.
Oh, I thought that was the wink that, hey,
No,
where can we
be
have
cool.
sex?
Don't say you've seen me, you know, repeatedly here with multitude of women.
Yes.
And then he's like, oh, can you? I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. She was all over me, man.
Like,
all
what
over-
was she doing?
Kept kissing my hand, kissed both my hands.
Was she
kept
trying to start the lawnmower?
kissing her way up my arm.
Was she doing any starting the lawnmower?
No, it's like that Tom and Jerry where you kiss the hand and he keeps kissing all the way up, you know what I mean, to the shoulder. And she started giving me like a little peck on the neck, and I go, hey, not now. Aaron's coming back.
Maybe Aaron looks like a cuck. I mean, he might be into that.
She's like, wait, you said no or you said not now?
I'll cook you right in the face, bro.
I said, wait, you said no or not now?
Yeah.
And I go, I don't remember what I said, but whatever I said, I stand by it.
Hey, we're at the 559. You're on with Tait Fletcher.
Is this punch strong?
Yes, it is.
Depends.
All right. Fucking A. Awesome. What do you guys think the Niners are going to do this year, this upcoming season?
I think they're going to be good. I mean, the problem is the Rams are in that division, but the Rams and the Niners look good.
I think, they'll finish second in that division. Could be a wild card team. And they got a lot of money,
Playoff?
man.
Do you think we'll make the playoffs, or?
I think they could be a wild card team. It depends on our division, Johnny. The NFC South. I mean, Carolina's going to be right there again. New Orleans, Atlanta, Tampa. I mean, 3 teams could come out of there. So, I mean, as long as one team comes out of there, I don't think 2 teams come out of the Central. I don't think 2 teams come out of the East.
What about if San Francisco goes after Odell Beckham and then he could go hang out in Tenderloin and get his gay on?
I hear that they're going after Dez.
I'm not a big fan of that move. I hope we don't get him. I didn't even want Richard Sherman, to be honest, but the
I wouldn't
deal
either.
kind of sold me on it.
Do you want Dez Bryant? That's another rumor I've heard.
Not really. I mean, I don't like guys with big attitude. You know what I mean? Just get on
He's
the field,
about to be
play,
30.
and get off, you know?
He's about to be 30.
That's just...
Is he? Do you think he's at a place right now where he's more like go down the middle type guy like Terrell Owens was?
He's going to be your second option. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want him to go somewhere where it's like they got a speedy guy on the outside that now you got to put somebody on Dez.
Peg, your thoughts on where Dez goes?
Wait, I'm busy doing Sam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's killing this guy.
Do I get any love?
I will say
any
this.
love?
I'll give you love.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Our whole right here, she was doing that. I even wrote down in my notes, who's worse with their phone, Sam or Mom? Right there, I wrote that in the Uber.
Is that Mom? That doesn't look like Mom.
Mom, right there.
Oh, okay.
Because literally the whole Uber, I'm trying to tell her
Ari
shit.
on today, or?
Ari's in, I believe, Melbourne.
Yeah,
That's where he is.
he's deep in the.
It's 4 a.m. there instead of 2 a.m. And he's like, man, I could do the 2 a.m., but 4 a.m.'s pretty
It's okay,
early.
because I didn't really want to see his junk.
Oh, you don't like seeing it?
Aaron and I did have it
Honestly,
set up.
Sam kick his ass. I know Sam will just mollywop him.
Thank you,
But
dude.
I know he's hiding from him. You know what I mean?
What kind of word is mollywop?
Mollywop.
Good word.
That's a great word.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
'cause-
like Trip to Magoo. You know what I'm saying?
Is he hiding from him because Sam keeps welching on the bats?
Oh,
What's the deal?
Wow,
oh,
Mom.
come on, Mom.
He's a real fan of the show.
Jesus
Somebody's been
Christ.
paying attention.
Would you feed her lines
I
all
swear
day?
to God, I didn't.
Damn
I
it.
swear to God.
I watched the show.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I haven't said one word.
All right, thanks
Well,
for
that's my
calling
favorite
in.
show.
Thanks, brother. You're the best, man. Good luck with your
two
Niners.
Good calls in a row. Two
Good
callers of
luck
the year.
with your Niners. Tate, you got any movies coming up? All right, now, are you going to be in Westworld in the new one? Because
No,
I
I'm
saw you
not.
posted that
Maybe the
picture.
third one. I don't know. We'll see.
The third
Hopefully,
season?
man. I think it makes sense to bring me back.
Oh, because they've wrapped on the second,
Yeah.
obviously. Okay.
Yeah, like a
it would make
month ago.
total sense. But I know this one is I know it features a lot of, spoiler alert, a lot of samurai. There's a samurai section in season 2.
Correct.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And it features a lot of like the characters like that have gotten out or trying to get out to the real world. So I don't think it's focused as much as West as it has been.
It's
There you go. There's
unfolding of
Tate.
the whole corporation.
That's what
Oh,
Tate
dude,
smashed
I
his
can't
head with
tell-
a rock.
When are they gonna put the makeup on you?
Yeah, the one on the right, that's what Tate looks like when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, that's his last day of doing fucking drugs right there. That's what Tate looked like. That's why he got sober. Right there. Look at that.
There's like 4 different heads that they did.
Really? How long did that take?
Of successions, you know.
Do you
like,
get to
so they've
keep
got-
those?
No, they're in a warehouse. The Christian Tinsley is a makeup artist that does all this, and he does.
How did they do that? Did they mold your whole?
They mold my whole head, and
You had to sit there for like 20 hours or some shit?
You know, it'd be
long
cool
time,
if
a lot of different
Fleshlight
molds.
offered those
Yeah.
as fleshlights.
That would be kind of. There's probably a good market for that, if judging from my DMs.
For sure.
I got a great idea. I got a great business idea. Don't anybody steal this. Don't anybody steal this.
This is a sure way to keep it down.
Here's what you do. Because I was thinking what would be so funny. Like, you know, it'd be funny like if you made a glory hole.
Okay.
Outside of a
I'm
toilet.
in so far.
Outside of a toilet.
Outside of a toilet.
What does that mean outside of a toilet?
Because it's
like
not just a
next to
hole.
it?
Yeah, it's like right next to like a where.
Say I'm sitting on a toilet.
Glory hole's right here where the toilet
here?
paper would
Right
be.
here?
I remove the toilet paper dispenser, stick my dick in there, and then put the toilet paper roll on my dick and just wait.
I don't think you're
Mama
gonna like
Teeb.
it. Just pulling.
Yeah, I think that's
You
gonna.
know what a
But once
reverse
they switch
Kobayashi
it,
is.
surprise,
True.
Yeah.
surprise.
It's a long erection.
That's a lot.
No, you only put like 1 or 2 like pieces of toilet paper on it. You don't have a whole roll.
I feel like we're just
And then when you
working the
pull it
idea
off,
out.
and then they got to take that off.
So
We're
then
just
I gotta
working
take
this
the thing
idea
off,
out.
start sucking that dick.
Yeah, dude. What a great business idea. It's a business opportunity for
It
both
just
of us,
seems
Sam.
like it's a lot of excessive stuff to get into what I'm there for.
Which is a mouthful of
Taking a shit while I suck a dick.
Yeah, it is true. But it's more for the ones
Too
that
many
don't know.
steps, dude.
It's
You
more-
gotta streamline that thing.
And
He's
I
building
also,
efficiency.
I also think this is a funny joke where it's like you at home, you remove
Okay.
your toilet paper dispenser,
Yeah.
and then you paint like a black circle so it looks like a hole,
I like it.
and then you drill a fucking dildo into it, and then you put your toilet paper roll
think
on
that's
that.
better.
So then it looks like a glory
We
hole's
could
on the
make
other
that.
side of your
Why
thing.
wouldn't you
good.
just get why doing drilling? Why not get those really cool advanced things? They got the suction cup.
Yeah, 'cause I think they would
Japanese
fall off.
have created them suction cup dildos.
Yeah, because what I'm
Different
gonna
walls
Futuristic.
too. If you
But
got
what-
a paper wall, you got tile wall, you got. I mean,
What I'm
that
gonna do to
drilling
that
it in
thing,
will fix no matter
what I plan to do to that thing, I don't think a suction cup's gonna hold it on.
Like, what do
strong
you
enough.
plan to do?
I'm just gonna give it a hand job with my asshole.
Okay. Like, dude, I bet you your asshole is kind of like an anaconda where it just unhinges and
More of a
and
Venus
just
flytrap.
swallows.
More of a Venus flytrap.
I respect that, dude.
But yeah. Anyways, welcome to Punch Drunk Mom.
Thanks.
this is where dreams get expressed.
Yes, I guess.
So what you have anything coming? You audition for anything cool? Or?
Everything.
On our way here, my
I've been
mom's
on,
like,
A
10
sensitive
different
rock.
ones. Just been in classes.
Jumanji
Just doing
did really good.
practicum. I've been doing most of my stuff is just like trying to practice memorization so that I can like
Dude, let's-
a lot of different
Let's
things.
do
but
an
not
acting
really-
scene right now.
I don't think so, Sam.
Okay. You don't want to do a scene from Willy Wonka or something like that?
What do you want to do?
I want you to be a.
Have you? Here's a funny thing: like any acting Sam's ever done, I can't imagine you ever technically really being off book on something. You're not even off book on your friends' names.
I mean, we all have fucking weirdness, man. Okay.
Oh, Johnny's pulling up some scenes for you.
You're Willy Wonka. I'm a Oompa
You're the
Loompa.
Chocolate Factory.
Okay. That's the. I can't read it. Dude, the moment's
They are
gone.
tiny.
Do we have any?
I just want to
That was
say,
so weird.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but Waco was really good.
What was
Tate
so
was
good
on
about
that.
Oh, Tate, you were in Waco.
Yeah, it was really good.
What'd you play as a? Would you play biker, meth dealing biker?
I don't think they had meth in Waco.
Of course they did. It's Waco. That's what Waco is Chinese for meth.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
actually known, established by the Chinese. That guy's a great actor. The one on the bottom.
Both those
guys.
Yeah, he's so intense, right? So can we all agree the government fucked Waco up? What?
Yeah. I mean, he was no Koresh was no saint, but
Well, who is
man, they
Aaron?
were-
You like to get cucked at the comedy
he
store.
was marrying young girls. But yeah,
Is that Bill Hicks?
Yeah, you went out there.
Yeah. I mean, he got into
Crazy.
conspiracies.
Yeah, on our way over here, my mom's like, "Am I ever going to see Tait in a movie where he doesn't get killed by the star
Is
of the
there
movie?"
one coming, dude?
I
He
don't
didn't.
know.
He didn't die
I
in
think-
Waco. He was let go.
Oh, you got to go
nice,
home?
Tait. How many
got to
movies
go.
have you not died in? Name me some things you haven't
no
died in.
idea.
Really? You've worked so much that you have one of those things where people don't believe that people get like that. Where you're like, I don't even remember everything I've done. You know, you see like
Right.
what's the girl that won all the Academy Awards?
Marilyn Streep.
Marilyn Streep was being interviewed by
Marilyn?
Meryl.
Yeah,
Meryl
Marilyn.
You guys
The
pay
tar-
attention to
was
anything?
being.
No.
Okay. all right. All right.
That's why people love this.
I know.
It's like-
I actually couldn't think of somebody's name. I asked
It's
Sam, and I
amazing.
just blindly trusted that that's what it was.
Right. Paige.
Paige Webster.
What am I, an asshole?
Well.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Is
put that to a vote.
is this a vote situation?
One of
But
the
anyways,
few
she was
times
being-
everybody comes to a consensus on Punch Drunk.
I saw her being interviewed, and she couldn't even name all of the movies in 60 seconds that she was nominated for or won.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, she is crazy. I mean, she's batshit crazy.
I don't know her.
I'd hit it hard.
That's confusing.
Duh.
I know.
Why? Why is that confusing?
'Cause
She's a great artist.
No, you don't know this, but she looks just like my mom. So it's
So, obviously,
Really?
there you go.
Because-
I'd bang your mom.
Yeah.
Bring up pictures of your mom.
Welcome to Peg's world.
Welcome to Peg's world. Yeah, me and Peg will run a fucking train on your mom.
And there it is.
it's a world of pegging.
A world of pegging. That's your own porn line. Look at her, how hot she was. That's before the MK
I'm not
Ultra.
seeing that.
Yeah. Remember that? What's your favorite movie of all time, buddy?
Ish.
What's your favorite?
I would go with like a Kill a Mockingbird or a Godfather.
I love Taxi Driver. If I watched that the other day, it is so relevant to today. It's unbelievable.
It's kind of hard because there's so many different categories. I mean, I love the movie Contact. That's
Right,
definitely
there's
my
a lot
top
of
five. Caddyshack.
Caddyshack's great.
He's always, it stands the test of time. There's songs I'll hear, and it'll automatically remind me of
Do you
just
think
that
there'll
movie.
ever be any great like adult comedies again?
Sure. Totally.
I feel like we're ripe for it, especially with all the oppression that's happening right now, where people are trying to posture and signal everywhere, and it's like there's a few smart people that will rise up out of that and really fucking just mollywop the whole industry
Yes.
with some new comedy that really lays people to waste and puts all the dummies who all think everybody should have a voice because
We
you
should
have
call
the
this
fucking
episode
internet.
Mollywop.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And so then you get those people go, no, here's what a real measured, decisive voice that's thoughtful on all these different topics is putting out. It's like that's the nice thing that comics are, I think are really interesting in the way that they've been fed up early on. I mean, they're like, there's a sadness in that, but it's like, I'm going to die if I don't express all the frustrations that I see about all the fucking constructs that are going on in the world. And for you guys to be able to do that and then find humor out of that so that you can survive for your very survival. It's like, that's really, when I look at comedy, that's kind of what I think I'm seeing a lot of the time, you know?
Yeah.
And it's important because in that, when you guys crack through, that cracks through for the rest of the world.
And there's also like a lot of like who are you speaking to? Because you can make a comedy for the masses that's, for the lack of a better term, cookie cutter, or you know, if you're a comedy connoisseur or a writer or a performer where you see it all coming. But I don't want to say, for lack of better terms, the dummies, you know, the masses, just the people that are like, oh, I want to go see this. I know Kevin Hart. Oh, look, you know, whatever the fuck.
Right.
But the people that make movies for not that way, like almost how they did Get Out.
Right.
You know, that wasn't a typical horror movie that was
there's not
put
a
out
lot
there
of
for normal
departures
shit.
from
And
the-
it
from
really
the-
caught fire for it being a smart movie that's done by not the industry. I mean, you know, he really wasn't somebody that was a huge filmmaker at the time. And it just caught fire. And I think there'll be a comedy that'll have that same sort of effect.
And I feel like they...
Well, the
were
problem
just on
is that they won't let comedy just be comedy. There's so many rules to it. And it's going to have to be done
In
just
film?
like podcasting, where it's going to have to be independent and just put out there and just have to bear the blunt of the political correctness. Like, you know, it's like Airplane. You could never do an Airplane right now. That thing's
No.
so politically incorrect. You could, but you have to be willing to go through it and just be like, no, this is fucking funny.
Well, the problem is everybody that's in the creative aspect of that and all the performers and all the actors and the writers and the directors, they are totally willing to go through it. It's the studio that fronts the money that's like, oh, we don't want to, we got a lot of shit to fucking... It's kind of almost like how All Things Comedy, they're like, you got to fucking quit getting Ari's dick out on YouTube because, hey, we don't care if you guys... But you're going to flag the whole fucking network. Like, they're going to take All Things Comedy's YouTube page down, not just Punch Drunks.
The thing is that
and the studio has that kind of thing with
films. You
films.
wouldn't want to do a thing like Airplane. I mean, it's a different...
Sure.
We're more...
Comedy's different now.
We're more present to the consequences that everything is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everything's heavier. The stakes are higher. And so you can't have an Archie Bunker or something like that in that same... I mean, it's like it has to grow and evolve. I'm not going to sit here and bemoan the fact that like some things aren't appropriate anymore. But it's like there's a time when, I mean, not long ago, I remember Rogan telling me about we met this girl and she was black and he's like, yeah, she was on news radio with me. We were supposed to have a makeout scene. We filmed it all and the country wasn't ready for it. So it never came to air because they were scared of it. And that was in 1998. Like that to me at the time he told me in like 2004 or whatever, I was like, that's like modern times. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But we're like that everywhere, and it's not, it's just we coddle people a lot and then, we blame.
I mean,
a lot.
think about this.
We talk
In the
about
80s,
the they and there's no they.
Yeah,
There's like stand up and have a spine or don't.
In the 90s, a woman that paid for every shit
James
that
T.
my
Kirk,
sister
he
and I
banged
took.
people, green,
Didn't
purple,
matter.
everybody.
Yep.
And that was a hero, James Kirk.
James Kirk was like the Sam Tripoli of outer space.
Well, I don't know.
Thank you, dude. That
That's a
is
really
the
nice
nicest
thing. That's the
thing
third
I've
really
ever
nice
heard.
thing that just happened.
That
for
is
Sam
like
on
this has been
podcast.
the both best and worst
Really
podcast I've been on in a long time. I mean,
But you factor this.
callers,
In the 90s, my mom's one of them who paid for everything. Our entire childhood couldn't claim my sister and I as a tax exemption, although she was putting us through college.
Right.
She couldn't get any tax breaks, and that was
why?
Because they're not legally married.
That's not even the bad part.
They weren't anything, so she couldn't
the
claim
bad
shit.
part of that story.
Couldn't
is
legally adopt me.
Back in the day when
And
people were dying at
couldn't
AIDS
legally
and
get
their
married.
significant other couldn't be in the whole.
So even though we're a
hospital
family
room.
unit, they didn't get the benefits that all other Americans got as a family unit.
I agree.
No wonder they didn't want gay
big
marriage.
reason why gay
That's why they
marriage
didn't-
was held back for insurance reasons.
Sure.
That's interesting.
Of course.
It's always about the cash.
They don't want to pony
dude.
up
They
on
don't
any
give
of
a
that.
Fuck about morals.
But they didn't factor in how much money there's going to be made on gay divorce. They should have made it like, we're going to legalize gay divorce. By the way, we've got to legalize gay marriage first. But lawyers, get behind this.
How funny
Gay
was
people
it-
want to lose half their shit too.
How funny was it a pizza place wouldn't do a gay marriage? Like, what gay people are getting pizza at
I
their
thought
wedding?
it was a cake place.
It was.
No, there was a pizza place too.
I think it was Indiana.
All your kids.
It was
in
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Indiana just passed within the last month or so.
Black people voting.
Passed,
that's
liquor sales on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I remember that
It's
because
like,
I was
how
doing
long is it going
crackers.
to take them to get to marijuana, for Christ's sake?
I was doing crackers, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got to do Sunday show." I go, "But I thought booze is illegal on Sunday." It's like, "Yeah, they
You
are."
can get into
I'm like,
restaurants.
then why am I here? I'm only here to sling drinks.
No, you can go to bars. You can get in bars. You just can't buy it for like your house.
You can't buy packaged liquor.
Yeah,
I thought you
exactly.
could only
No,
buy
you can
it-
buy it in restaurants and bars.
okay.
You just can't.
If they serve food.
You can't go to the
Yeah,
grocery
yeah.
store or whatever.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, because we lived right on Lake Michigan, so on Sundays,
New
you'd be like,
Mexico was like
fuck,
that.
we're out of fucking...
Right.
You drive
And you
10
drive
minutes,
over the-
10 minutes to Michigan, and take a stab on Sundays how much a 12-pack is in Michigan.
That's hilarious.
Right on the border.
That's hilarious.
Like $28. Guess how much it is Monday? Like $13.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
all I'm saying is you're drinking nice beer.
How
Nope.
much?
Because
do
you could
guys-
get like a Falstaff or something. You could get like a Pfeiffer. Like
That would have been like
$3, $4 for a case.
Hey, how much do you think the guy who owns the pizza shop that won't cater gay weddings? How much do you think he loves dick? Like a lot? Like a whole lot?
They always seem to.
Like a whole lot. Like there's no reason to hate anybody who hasn't done anything to you that much, unless you're really jealous of what they're doing. No, it was a guy too.
I don't know. I feel like if your business doesn't
Family
want to
owned.
do whatever, I don't give a fuck very much. But what I would like mandatory is that I would like to know that if that's your choice, that you stand like that. So you need to put a sign like that in your place, so I know whether to patronize your place or not.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'd rather know who the racists and who the people. I'd rather know who everybody is. Like put
That would be
on
great.
your window. I'm
I
cool.
agree.
That would be great.
Our Governor Mike Pence was 100% behind that. Loved it.
Behind which?
The no
dude,
pizza.
Who is now the vice president of the
Yeah,
country.
unbelievable.
He was
dude.
our governor then.
Unbelievable. That's how you know it's all bullshit, dude. It's just all bullshit.
I love that idea, Tate. There should be like, you should have like fucking, like almost like a
This person
barbershop of
hates
stripes.
black
Like
people.
gay people in, but all these people welcome,
you got to put
welcome,
an
welcome,
ABC
welcome.
outside
Yep.
your restaurant. It's
Yep.
like, you
Might as
know,
well let me know
where
who
are you
you-
on a humanity scale?
Yeah, who are you prejudiced against? Yeah.
Well, walk in.
Who do you think is less human than you?
Yeah.
I would like to know who that is.
I love that.
Because if we agree,
Look at this guy.
because if
It's
you're like
he
Puerto
hates gays,
Ricans,
but
I'm like, I'll eat here too. I agree with you, buddy.
look at that, how much money they
Hey,
and they
man.
still closed. And they still closed. You
Wait,
got-
they raised $250,000 to keep a racist place open?
Yeah.
800,000.
Guys, I don't think gay people should have pizza either.
I want to keep
I
your
wanna
mom
be on
off
record
the
for saying
podcast.
that.
No gays on this podcast. Get
Imagine,
the fuck out.
there's only like 4
If you want us to
people
keep
that
keeping
donated.
gay moms off podcasts, please donate to our
Yeah,
GoFundMe.
get the gays on the fucking podcast.
Why are you still here, woman?
I'm retired.
Oh, well, she's been converted, everybody.
No,
She
no, not
loves
converted.
You're just on a hiatus.
Still on the team, but
Still on the team.
Retired.
What do you play? Outfield?
More on the bench right now. Is what you're
can't
saying.
believe
I
Craig
don't go to
Robinson was in
practice
Airplanes.
anymore.
You see that?
Tate, my mom has a coffee question for you that does look like Craig Robinson and Jack Knight. Explain nitro coffee to my mother, Tate. I was telling her about it, and then she's like, well, "What's the difference?" I'm like, ask
It's
Tate.
just it's a process by which we keg and can our coffees, and you just infuse it with nitrogen, and then also the coffee itself is infused. So we can it with nitrogen, and then we also infuse the coffee with nitrogen, and it changes the palate a little bit of the temperature. Like it'll make it a little softer and a little smoother on the tongue, and so it's more of a taste thing.
Oh, I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is right there.
Yeah.
Go to kmancoffeeco.com. Use the
And then
code
the cold
PUNCHDRUNK,
brew-
get you 10% off.
That cold brew is just like there's no acidity to it. It takes all that off of it. So we do like a hibiscus tea too, which is a real tart, but since it's cold brewed, there's a sweetness to it. So it kind of changes the nature of the fruit or element that you're dealing with.
Cool.
Fun. Why'd you turn that? Well, dude, the guy wanted to talk coffee, man.
Or not.
What? We're still.
Or
still
come.
Hibiscus tea?
Baseball, Taylor. You a baseball guy at all?
I love all that stuff. Sports for me is really where it's at.
You don't like any sports except for punching people.
No, I like
breaking
that. I like.
Wait,
I
you
like,
never answered if
I
me
like
and
that
Sam got into a
basketball
fight
game.
with this
I
bozo.
might.
What?
I gotta go with Tate.
What are you laughing at, woman?
This is rude,
Are
man.
we on
I
the
don't know
team
if you'll
right
ever
now?
be back here again.
Well,
Piggy Webster?
I'm
huh?
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm insulted. My own mother doesn't even believe me in a fist fight to the death.
I remember.
with this
I
guy?
remember one time I came home. You must have been like early high school, and you had a game of touch football going on in
Oh,
the
did you
backyard.
do
I
gay
was
stuff?
so scared they were gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah, because they're all
Like
all my
touch
friends are
butt?
like Tate. All my friends are huge
I
back
think
then.
I got out of the car and yelled, "Don't hurt him!"
Yeah, that always helps you when you're in high school.
Yeah.
Were you
Oh,
like a
this is
rubber
coming
band
from
though,
the-
where you just bounce back up like you would never get hurt?
This is coming from
Yeah.
a lady who
Yeah.
beat you with swords. It's like, don't hurt
Spanked
him.
me with swords.
Oh, okay. That's a difference.
How badass is that?
Yeah.
Mom's such a Conan fan that she's got the broadsword. She's like, you know what?
Yeah.
This thing's useful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now?
Look at Jason run. His athleticism.
Thank you.
That's pretty dope.
There he is.
Jason can haul. Jason can haul. He's such a Christian warrior.
Does
That hurt
Ari
you, didn't
run or does he?
Ari
just
runs.
admire?
Ari runs and he's shirtless, and literally his tits flip into the back. On
that's
his
lovely.
nipples literally hit up at the top of his shoulders.
I'm
Man,
the
he
worst
does love
run.
nudity. He's
Well, he's got no
Look
bad
at him
angles.
go.
He actually eats pretty good.
yeah, he's healthy as fuck.
He looks
Yeah,
like
he's
a,
gotten
a
healthy.
Holocaust survivor right there.
Except
like,
his
just
legs.
got
Look
away.
how powerful his wheels are. Look
Does
at
he
those
look
wheels.
like he just escaped from
He does
Auschwitz
look like a-
and he's like, freedom!
He looks like-
Talk about freedom!
His skin is wavy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks like a melting candle that's running from a fire.
He's beautiful. Look at that, and a champion.
Yeah, he is
Sure
a
is.
champion. He's got those shitty Maryland fucking...
He's so proud of
Idiot.
himself too.
So he says.
Oh, dude, that's just rude,
He
bro.
asks wherever he goes though. It's universal. It's not favoritism.
Faster than you all day, every day, except for that first run. Every other day, every other time, I'm faster than you. Suck my dick.
Man, why do we gotta suck your dick, dude?
Who gets to suck his dick?
Anyone who wants to.
Pretty much, yeah. And actually, that has been proven to be true.
You
cool
would
with that.
literally let anybody do
I
that.
pretty much would too.
Really?
Yeah.
Suck Ari's
That's
dick?
who I mean. I'd let Ari suck my dick.
Oh, you'd let anybody suck your dick.
I really would.
It's not really like a stretch.
It's kind of just how it is. No gay shit, which is butt stuff. But you want to slob it, go for it. Can you see?
What
my
about
running?
drive-through? What about a drive-through glory hole? That's another idea.
I love that, dude. Just
Drive-through
turn
glory
and
hole.
burn.
What if somebody's been drinking though, and then they don't nut quick? They fucking your
Look at
numbers up.
this athlete. Look at me just fighting for fucking yards like a fucking running back, seeing holes.
Yeah, it looks-
hitting holes.
it looks like you're on a-
fighting for greatness.
Your shoes are untied.
It looks like he's on a
Yes.
treadmill going backwards.
Probably.
God damn, it looks like it hurts like
It does.
Look at his face.
It does. It does.
It looks like that's. I guarantee you, Candace didn't make a face that big at 10:22 on fucking Sunday night. She didn't look like she was in that much pain.
Rude. Man, this has been the best, worst podcast I've ever done in my life.
I think you guys all win just by jumping in the race.
I think we all are winners, dude.
I didn't say that. I mean, just
What?
this.
I think we're all winners.
Okay.
What?
Look at that face. That's perfect.
That's a face of determination.
Yeah, that is the
Never gonna
exact same.
give
You'll be like,
you
dude,
up.
I love you.
That's the
Or,
exact same face Candace made.
I can't
Giving
spell.
birth. I
Or-
guarantee it.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
God.
down. That's what I'm singing right there.
Is that right?
That doesn't look like it.
Well, I'm
Seems
running
like a
in
different
cargo
song.
pants too. Come
Let's
on.
take that call.
everybody.
Take it. Oh.
Take this call. Come on, dude.
Who is it?
We want to take calls, man. The people want to talk.
Don't make it sound like I'm the one. Okay.
Oh, you're not on mic, please. How many views that got? Yeah.
Tall's back.
This can't be.
Hey, dude. Tall. Tie.
Tall.
You're on the air with Punch
Tall.
Drunk. What is up?
What's up?
Are you there?
What's up with Tall?
Nah, dude. I don't know what third world this
Bye,
guy's calling
Felicia.
from. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, no.
We tried. Next up. Anybody else?
We got this guy.
Never
Oh,
gonna.
I thought we had another one that was coming in.
Tate,
Yo.
have you gotten back up on stage doing stand-up? We talked about it.
No, I've just been on, like I said, I've just been kind of honing my craft on stage in other ways, but I haven't been, I haven't put anything. I've been working so much at just auditioning and getting out there that to
You
put
have great
together
skin.
to put together something to go on stage. I haven't done. I haven't put any effort.
630. Where are you calling from, and what the fuck do you want?
From Aurora. What's up, guys?
What's up,
Aurora,
bro? Aurora.
home champions.
Illinois.
How's weather?
Colorado.
It's been rainy, pretty shitty. Cubs game got canceled yesterday.
Oh, I'm
I had
sorry.
tickets.
It's
So
a
what's up?
convenient excuse to avoid that beatdown you're going to get.
Oh,
Here
Aaron
comes
pops
Aaron.
up out of nowhere.
Fucking Cardinals suck. Tony Pham suck.
Tony Sam.
It's Tommy, buddy.
So what's up?
Whatever. I'm like Sam. I just want to say, man, love you guys. Sam, I just listened to the podcast here with Ari. You guys went to NASCAR. That shit was awesome.
Thank you. Ari's like, dude, the podcast wasn't that great. I'm like, because you were in a coma stoned, and I had to talk the whole time. You were literally,
Yeah,
he's literally in a, he was
awesome,
so
man.
high he couldn't talk.
One time, Ari and I had lunch, and he was so high, and he's like, "I'll buy you lunch. Let's go. Come with me, have lunch. I'll buy you lunch." He gets super stoned, and the bill comes, and he's looking at it, and he's got his wallet, and he's looking at the bill, and he just hands me the bill and his wallet and says, "Help." There's no chance he was doing any math right there.
I love
Help. I watched him look at the bill for like 3 minutes. I'm like, what? I thought they
Where
fucked
were
something
you?
up. I don't know. Somewhere in Hollywood, somewhere.
Crazy.
Jones maybe. I don't know.
Thanks for calling
Yeah,
in, dude. Oh, go on.
I got to think about, I think for the bag of bets, maybe you guys should just move on from the past and just start new bag of bets
I think
and
we
maybe
should-
make things like less hard to do, less long-term stuff.
That's been suggested.
Yeah,
Like, I had this
Sam
thing, like-
likes that idea.
By the way, your
Like,
son
I was
owns
thinking,
more
like-
than me, and Ari owns more than me. I own 1, he owes 2, Ari owes 3.
Are you going to storm out?
Yes.
No,
Just if you really want it, I'll do it for you.
Years ago.
Isn't it true that if you don't pay on a bet, that it makes the whole idea of betting a moot point? Like, why do we even have a bag of bets if there's no culpability? Like, there's zero
Exactly.
accountability. It's
Yeah.
like, so I can stack up as many as I want when I lose, so there's nothing at stake. That seems maybe like
I owe
we nerfed
one.
the world.
They owe 3.
Yeah.
He owes 2.
Tebow owns the worst ones for the longest time.
How many dicks?
That
you got
tranny
sucked
one's
to get
not
out from
that
under this?
bad.
I
mean,
there needs to be a leveling.
I could get beat
Maybe
up by
every
a
Why don't you do it? It's been 3 years or 2 years.
2 years.
Nah, it hasn't been 2 years on the tranny.
What would be
Yeah, 2
hey
seasons.
caller? What would be equitable?
I could pay off the
trade-off
tranny bet
to
tonight
pay-
and
to
have my
pay it
balls
off?
electrocuted, and in 100 years from now, the hot dog bet
I
will
want to
still
hear
not
from
get
the
paid off.
fans.
I think that one like a short term good one would be like if you lose it, you got to send like Fighter and the Kid like a dick pic with your face in it, like something like that, like something you can do right away.
I mean, I'll do that.
I feel
right
like you
now.
got your own issues now that I hear.
Please don't do that right now.
We appreciate your calling. The voice of reason, up for caller of the year. Up for caller of the year. Up for call. Dude, do we have any T-shirt designs coming out? We need to make.
We
some
do have the block by Sam Tripoli, and again, I have to announce that on this show because if Sam tweets it, you will not see it because you've been blocked.
Yes.
So we have to mention that on this show. We have blocked by Sam Tripoli T-shirts. Sam has blocked 400 people since the show has started.
Yeah,
And
I
now-
don't block people for the most part on Punch Drunk unless you're a real dick. Then I'll block him, the Punch Drunk. But for the most part, I won't block. I'll just block on my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my own thing. But those are moving. People love them. Maybe we'll do a whole show where everybody shows up. And oh, by the way, Punch Drunk's going to be at
Skankfest.
Skankfest. So buy your tickets, grab your tickets. We're going to do a live Punch Drunk podcast.
And you can get all your information at arishafir.com/skankfest.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, he says we can do it, but let's see if we're actually on. To go back to go down to the Ari is running Skankfest on Intro Bang. That's so funny. Ruins. So fucking funny.
Yep. There we go. Skankfest. Ari.
They let Ari back
What
on
a
Twitter
class
for that.
act. So yeah, if anybody's listening to this in Australia, check out arishafir.com and go check our boy out while he's down there. I think he's there for like another 9-10 days or something.
Dude, how crazy is it that the lead singer of Tool retweeted my show today?
How crazy is it that Harry Anderson died yesterday?
Oh my God.
I just like that guy.
Yeah, Night Court was the best.
Comedy Store regular.
Night Court was the best.
He died at like 60.
I didn't know he was
Wow.
65. Thank
65.
you very much.
Do you know that he's the reason why they couldn't redo the show? Because he just didn't get along with anybody on the show.
Really?
Yeah, I was always a fan of his. I found out he died yesterday. I was like, damn.
I think some people just like they do something.
We're at the age where people are dying.
I don't know. He looks.
Mom,
like
earmuffs. We're all at the age where people are dying.
Stop it.
Does your mom like to call you up and be like, "Hey, do you remember Mr. Johnson, your third grade math
No.
teacher? Yeah, he's
Doesn't do that.
dead.
Mm-mm.
He's
That's not too
dead."
much.
My mom, that gets my mom's nipples hard. That's what she loves. It's just to drop the set me up for an emotional response and then just drop hammer.
We haven't had too many real deaths lately. I mean, Uncle Gary, but people haven't really dropped. A lot of old people have dropped. A lot of old people. A lot of your aunts and uncles. You had a big family. How many brothers and sisters did your mom have?
9.
Yep. And 3 of them are still alive?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking.
The other 6 died in a helicopter crash.
812, you're on with Tait Fletcher. From
Hey,
Webster.
what's up, guys?
What's up?
So, I'm from southern Indiana.
Whereabouts?
Oh, shit.
Evansville?
Yay.
I just want to say you guys don't ever talk about the Pacers. You got a couple Hoosiers in there.
That is true.
The Pacers are giving the Cavs some good games here.
Yeah, they are. They won game 1, right? And
Yeah.
then they lost game 2?
Yeah, they kicked their ass.
No, they haven't played game 2 yet.
Oh, is that right? Okay. I thought it
They've
was
only
1
played
point.
game 1. Game 2 is today. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
They swept them in regular season.
That's a good point. Dude, if they beat that I mean,
that Cleveland team isn't good.
But that Pacer team is also a team that, like, they made those trades in the beginning of the year, and everyone's like, they're going to fucking suck. What a stupid fucking move. Now look.
Yeah.
I mean, their books are clean. Their books are cleared. They don't have they got a lot of cap room, and they're fucking winning.
The Pacers are interesting because there's certain people that can only play there. Like Lance Stevenson. You bring him anywhere else, can't play there. Indiana,
Reggie
he's
Miller.
just lightning in a bottle. It's so weird.
They're ready.
That's because there's no distractions. There's nothing to do in Indiana but play,
dude,
but
if
your
they
job.
get to next round, they're going to get housed.
Exactly.
They're going to get housed. Whoever wins the series is going to get housed in the next series. But I mean, dude, you could see the changing of the guard here. Indiana, Philadelphia lost last night because they kind of went cold. But man, what a good team Philadelphia is.
Yeah, Philly's good.
Yeah.
Philly's, I mean, obviously.
I agree with that last caller, too. I don't know about this bag of bets. You guys can't ever pay them off. So.
Perfect, dude. I agree. The people have spoken. People have spoken. I'd rather go my life as a Welcher than a guy who had a hot dog up his ass. And that's just the truth.
I got a hot dog on my ass right now.
Hey, you're on with Punch
Oh,
Drunk.
shit.
Still the same caller.
What's the word? No, it wasn't. Was that the same guy?
It was.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
He just made it big.
He just, oh, shit.
He just blew it up.
Oh, shit. Tate, I love you. Has it been uncomfortable?
What?
The show? I feel like sometimes you seem uncomfortable.
It's hard because to interact with a guy that's on his phone all the time.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you don't want to know the answer?
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Hi, you're on with Sam Tripoli and his phone.
Hey, what's up, Punch Drunk?
773 in the house. You're on with Tait Fletcher and the world champions. Notre Dame
What's up?
basketball.
Women's basketball.
Women's.
I think I have the first semi, not fully gay bag of bets.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's
Not
a
fully
bold
gay?
statement.
And it involves, it could involve the three of you or just two.
Okay, what is
call
it?
Smell you later.
Oh, boy. Okay, what is it?
I like that he's got a name.
So it'd be, let's say Teeb thinks, the Denver Nuggets are going to beat the Bronco Brontosauruses.
Uh-huh.
Teeb loses that bet. Sam has to work out for a week and not wash that clothing, and then Teeb has to wear it for the whole podcast.
Oh, that's bad.
That's nice,
I
though.
would
That's
do
a
that.
gentleman's bet.
Yeah, that's bad.
I would do that.
Or
That's
or
a good.
you could choose like a third party, like I say, the three of you, and you could have Ari, if he wants to work out, do it. Winner gets to pick who sweats it out.
Ari doesn't wear clothes.
That's true.
Good point. Good
That's
point.
true.
Certainly not
That's
on this
true.
show.
That's true.
Oh, that's a good one, bro. Smell you later. That's
Yeah,
good.
I like that.
Smell you later. I'm not against that one.
I think you'd work out harder, too, because you'd really want to get a good sweat going.
Yeah.
It'd be incentivizing.
Yeah, and all three of us never work out, so we'd be sweating our asses off on a week's worth of
good.
workouts.
I eat a lot of dairy, so I farted.
All right, we'll take this will be
Why'd
our
that
last
get
call.
weird?
Yeah, right
Why'd
to
that
the
get
underwear.
This is our last call. Oh, we didn't take it? Oh, we did. Whoa, he got us? What an idiot.
Oh, man, so good.
Aaron, who's after us?
Nobody.
Did you get my email about the divorce attorney? I sent it to you, but I don't know if I have your email right.
Aaron, what are you guys role-playing now? I mean, because you got to be...
Ryan Hill's blocked? Ryan Hill just hit me up and said you have him blocked.
I blocked him on my personal one, yeah.
Wow, he's shocked.
I believe that's
Because he
coming
just
down.
is fucking just the same shit all the time. I'm over it. Just like, I get it, dude. You don't believe in that shit. Hi, 828. 828.
You're on the air with Punch Drunk. How can we help you, sir?
Hey, boys, I shit my pants a couple of days ago again.
Cousin Jeb, this is Ari's cousin. He's, I'm sure, Tate, you've heard him call in a few times.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Always
a
a
regular.
pleasure.
And,
He's one of the few
that's how he
regulars.
says hello. Hey, boys, I shit my pants again the other day.
Yeah,
Again.
I got you, mind you, Westworld man up in there.
There we are. Tate
What
Fletcher.
up?
Yeah.
How'd the Rock punch you so far up in there and all them other people? Is he really that strong?
Yeah, he's a powerful man. I mean, you've seen him on the Instagram doing the weightlifting.
Yeah. He's not coming down like a video game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it more of a proximity problem or a diet problem, the pooping?
Yeah, the shit in your pants.
I think it's more of me of a choking problem and a combination of like after I eat, and it does cause my ass almost to prolapse a little bit.
Interesting, yeah. A lot of times I'll get it like if I have a heavy meal, but then I have a little coffee to set that fuse, and then I get in the car.
that's a
then
great
you're
way
in
to
the
say
car
it.
for a long time, and then it's a lot of steps to the bathroom from there. I shit in there once with these peg leg jeans, which I was thankful for. They were skinny kind of at the bottom. But fuck, it held them in there because I was at my front door and it was like a horror movie where I couldn't get the key quick enough. And then, so I'm shitting there and every time I try to squeeze it, it opens again involuntarily. And I'm just dumping loafs in my pants. And I had it all the way into my house and then I made it into the shower, which was good. I have a shower I just walk into, pull my pants off, and then I'm just in there, and it's, safe because then you're just squeezing down the drain,
We're going to lunch after this,
Yeah.
right?
Anyway, I just want to see if it was the same for you, dog.
I love that light the fuse sounds like a coffee industry term.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
It just always seemed appropriate.
Rogan told me a story of like when Tait, when first got out here, was living in Rogan's basement for a while. And then after that, Duncan and his fiance at the time split up. So you moved out, you got your place.
Well,
and then
Duncan preceded me.
Duncan was after you, right?
He preceded
he was. So Duncan was first. So Duncan was first, and then you were there. And so I was talking to Joe. I'm like, how's it like having Tait there? And now that Duncan's gone, he's like, oh man, it's totally different, night and day.
Magical.
Like
That's
Duncan,
probably what he said,
Duncan
right?
was like super quiet, like everything would be fine, and then like Tait is just like you just see these big shadows moving around downstairs and like all these noises you just had no idea.
You gotta
like,
be living with Bigfoot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was great.
Guys,
the
what a
first
great
time I ever
show.
did the float tanks.
How
And I
was
got
that?
to do them it was awesome.
I want to do a float tank.
They're right by my house in Venice. Come down.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think I would get claustrophobic, but I'd try it.
I'll try it.
I'll try it.
I try
Jeb,
it.
thanks for calling in, buddy. We got to wrap up
Thanks,
the show.
dude.
It's 1 o'clock.
Guys, was this
Don't
one of the-
shit your pants.
Was this
Or
one of the
do
best
it.
shows we've ever done? Yes.
I think it was up there.
100%.
It was up there.
I mean, you guys both killed.
Thank
even
you.
though you're a little hard on me for no reason.
Tait, Caveman Coffee,
You might have big
CavemanCoffeeCo.com, CavemanCoffeeCo.com. Use the code PunchDrunk, get you 10% off of anything. Get the nitros. I fucking love them. Highly recommend it. As always, BetDSI.com. Use the code PUNCH25. Get you 25 free bucks to gamble with. And thank you, Mom. Thank you for being here. I love
Patreon.
you.
Check out
Thanks
the
for having
Patreon.
me, guys.
Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/PunchDrunkSports, and leave us some 5-star reviews, everybody. Let's get this show in the top 100 on iTunes.
Also, allcomedyt-shirts.com, and you can get all your Punch Drunk merch there, your Teeb shirts, your Ari shirts, your tinfoil hat shirts, and then we got some 92.7 The Pod merch coming out shortly. Tait, thank you. Mom,
Love you, man. Thanks.
thank you. Have fun in
Pleasure
Mexico.
to meet you, Mom.
No, nice to meet you, honey.
Aaron, Johnny, thank you guys. Love you. Suck it.